Е, Раз, два, три. О, розпрацюють. Я спочатку піднесемо квіти, які забули перед.
What? What? How dare you? Do you know the meaning of those flowers in that configuration? Revenge. Revenge, deception, and death. There's nothing nice about it, and I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he's just an idiot. But trust me, it's not a nice gesture.
Ну, здав би не приніс, так сказати, цей віник.
Thank you. For them. You are from nowhere, just like me. That's why I believe you. Take those flowers away, burn them, throw them in a cauldron, whatever. I don't want to look at them.
Що тебе сюди привело?
Oh, right. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Beatrice. As for me and Cole, well, we left Ree hoping to find a quiet place to rest for a bit. We planned to travel the King's Road toward Camelot. Well, here we are. We found our bloody Camelot. Cole is locked up and all I can do is shed bitter tears.
Рідкий Райх.
Yeah, we grew up there. The village was built around a trade route. My parents ran a tavern that stood right by the road. We had a good life. We lacked for nothing. Well, that was before the damned grubwood started spitting out monsters. Then more and more caravans disappeared into the forest. People were telling stories that grew more horrifying by the day. In the end, taking that route meant certain death.
Just alerted.
The same thing that will happen to every place on this god-forsaken island. Ruin. We used to have generous clientele. Merchants and emissaries from all over Avalon. They had deep pockets, always left lots of gold. But, well, that changed. Then our only income came from the villagers, who were getting drunker and poorer by the day.
І ви вирішили поїхати.
That was always our plan. Cole and I never wanted to stay there forever. Beatrice and Cole from the village of Ree. That wasn't us.
Батьки залишилися.
Yeah. I doubt I'll ever see him again. I don't think there's anything worth going back for.
А що ж, зрештою, вашої групи?
Each of us has a different story. Some wanted to seek their fortune elsewhere, like me and Cole. Some had to flee their homes because of bandits pillaging their villages, or because of the weirdness. Ree could be one of those places by now. There's so much turmoil in this world. People can suddenly lose themselves, becoming a danger to those they once loved.
Давно ви тут?
2 or 3 weeks ago. Things were starting to get difficult. The supplies we brought with us were running low. A larger group of people is always helpful. There's always someone to talk to and share the work with. But it also means more mouths to feed and more worries to deal with. It's not easy. Be careful out there.
Poor Morris. I hope he's surviving out there. Do you need help settling in, dear? This isn't the best day to start a new life in this place, but we don't always get to choose, do we? What a nasty business with that boy. I'm almost glad my Morris isn't here for this. He's such a bleeding heart.
Що сталося з тим хлопчиком?
Oh, I'm not sure, love. I don't move around too much. I just heard about that fight with the road keeper, and now poor Col's locked up in a cage. Him and Patrice make such a lovely young couple. They remind me of Morris and me when we were their age.
Так, я не збіжець, у мене в фортеці справді.
I'm sorry, dear. I hope I didn't offend you. I'm still not used to all this. You see, I was born in Little Grove and thought I would live out the rest of my life there, working in the orchards in the mornings and drinking warm cider with my beloved in the evenings. We never wanted to see the world. I guess sometimes the world doesn't give us a choice, does it?
Так, що з тобою сталося?
Little Grove was raided by bandits, a local gang that had been terrorizing the area for months, growing in numbers with each raid. Their leader, Bald Kate they called her, somehow got hold of a branding iron used to mark outlaws. After pillaging a village, she'd brand some men and women of her choosing. That way, Kate made sure nobody would ever help them, and that they'd have no choice but to turn to her if they wanted to survive. My Morris used to be a skilled tanner. I guess that's why she picked him.
Він там з бандитами?
Yes, I asked him to. He wanted to run with me, but he was still feverish after the branding. I was worried he'd die on the road. Now, I don't have many kind words for Kate, but she doesn't like her efforts to go to waste. As long as he stayed, she'd make sure he was healed. I hated leaving him there, and I hate to think of what she's making him do, but I hope he's at least still alive.
Де їхні табір?
From what I've heard, they decided to stay in Little Grove for a while, drinking my cider to the last drop, no doubt. Not like they have to worry about the authorities. The only ones we saw were the Camelot tax collectors that came by once a year. Other than that, not a uniform in sight since I was a little girl.
Пробуємо пошукати.
Oh, Mother bless you, my dear. That's all I could ask for. Please, let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Як тут живеться?
At first, it wasn't so bad. But now it gets worse every day. We just sit around here, doing nothing. Don't get me wrong, we have food, we have a roof over our heads, and we're grateful for that. But no one trusts us enough to let us do any work. None of us wants to be a freeloader, as they call us. I wouldn't mind a task or two to earn my keep and to take my mind off my troubles. I might not be all hale and hearty, but I've still got two good hands, which is more than you can say about some of the codgers living here.
Кажуть, вам щось дивне нещодавно всім
A
снилось.
dream? Ah, yes. There was one, but I don't quite remember what it was about. I'm sorry, dear. Take care of yourself, love.
The sun doesn't rise the same anymore. Just passing through.
I've already told you I'm not going anywhere. If you want something from me, then... Oh, I don't know you. I'm Dugald. You're not one of us. And you're not local either.
You could have chosen a better time to come here. Kind of poor ambience, if you know what I mean.
Well, at least we have a roof over our heads.
Як ти тут опинився?
My boy Frank and I came here with the others. We left our village because... we had to. Well, I had to. But Frang is a good lad, so he came with me. I took him in, you know.
Found the poor sod at the mill, sleeping in the hay. He was chilled to the bone back then, but I could tell he'd be a strong lad once he thawed out. He used to help out on the farm.
Відомо, звідки він родом?
He's young, but he already has a couple of tattoos. Tribal ones. Means he must have been cast out of the Del Rita.
At first, the people in our village gave him dirty looks, but then they realized he wasn't a bandit.
He was a good, hard-working kid. Then they started to treat him as one of their own.
Розповідав, за що його вигнали?
Frang is a quiet boy, and he doesn't talk much about himself. I feel like those days with the Reader are long buried for him. Almost like he never lived them.
А ти звідки?
Roscree. Few shacks and a small field of grain. I was a miller back there. My daughter married a good, hard-working man. Eventually, I gave them the mill.
Still helped around, but wanted to let the young folks learn how to work there. Then this kid, Frang, came along. Everything seemed to be going pretty well.
Щось пішло не так.
Of course, something happened. Life here can't just be bearable. Oh no. Everything has to get screwed up somehow. That's the way it goes in this cursed land. My dear Trina and her bairn. They got caught by a weird beast. I started to hit the bottle, and finally, my son-in-law kicked me out. I left Roscree, and so did Frang. He says he has some kind of life debt, and he won't leave me alone until one of us drops dead.
Шкода, що ти твоєю донькою внука.
I'm sorry too.
Як живеться?
To be honest, I'm a bit confused about what's going on. Usually it was me who yelled at everyone, and now I feel like a drudge. And this nasty thing with Coll. Poor lad. Shouldn't have ended like that. He and Beatrice got along very well. Let me tell you something. When I saw all these wrinklies around here, I thought this place would suit me. But then all this shit happened. I suspect we won't stay here long.
Вам усім щось дивне снилось, так?
What? Yes. People are making a fuss over nothing. A dream is just a dream. No need to dwell on it.
You've come to put me in the cage.
No, I'm not Dungeon Master.
Sorry. Just a bit of grim humour. You know, about what's been happening here. Such a mess, isn't it? Cola's alright, and Beatrice, what a shame. Such a fine girl. Anyway, I'm Ellis. Nice to meet you. What do you need?
Ти повинен був чергувати тоді.
Right. I admitted to them that I'd fallen asleep. My eyelids felt like they weighed a ton, and before I knew it, I was out. Maybe it's stupid, but I had this strange feeling, like something was inviting me in. Into that dream, I mean. Don't ask me why. Feels mad just talking about it now, but, well, we were all dead tired, so it's probably just that.
Усім же щось дивне снилось.
Aye, there was a dream. Strangest bloody thing out of all the strange shite I've seen. When we woke up, we realised that every one of us had a weird night. I was out in the wild. I had this feeling like something was chasing me. But it was Col who really had it rough. Poor sod was moping around afterwards like he'd been hit by a sack of bricks.
І що в нього змінилось?
Yes and no, to be honest. See, Col has always been quick to anger, especially when things went sour. And back then, an awful lot of things were going to shite. But this time, I don't know. It felt different. He didn't even bother chatting with Beatrice. Normally, they're a good couple. A real match, if you ask me.
Кол казав тобі, що з ним щось не так?
No, he didn't talk to me or anyone else in the group. Guess he didn't want us to worry. Especially his lass.
А розкажи про себе.
Well, I'm Ellis. Goldsmithing is my life and passion. And between you and me, I feel like I'm losing my mind without it. When I hold tools and make beautiful things, it feels like I can bring some light into this wretched world. I wish I was somewhere where I could just do some goldsmithing, but I'm a bit scared. So, here I am, sitting on my ass in some village listening to waves and the screams of seagulls and old men. Nothing to write home about, even if I still had one.
І ти займався, поки не перестав до інших біженців?
I was working as a goldsmith in a group of, let's call them, business people. I was once travelling with a caravan that got attacked by him. Their chief was a smart guy. The moment he heard I was a goldsmith, he knew what to do with me. He got me converting all the jewellery they stole into new pieces. Do you want to hear what I did once? We went to Timberwall. The gang wanted to rob some merchant's house. We holed up in a seedy tavern and waited for the right moment. Then, one night they broke in, came back with a whole load of trinkets. Beautiful stuff. The moment I saw it all, I instantly knew what I wanted to craft. They gave me a couple of days. I tinkered for a bit, and then, ta-da! Brand new merchandise. After I was finished, I dressed myself all nice, went to that merchant's house and went, "Good morning, kind sir. I'm a goldsmith. My work is renowned in all of Camelot. Would you be interested in what I have to offer?" You know what he said? "Of course I would." That nonce bought the entire lot, even though I inflated the prices like a street peddler. And when I came back, the others couldn't believe their eyes. I thought I was gonna keel over. I miss that.
Nothing changes. Nothing ever will.
Something happened. Frank listens.
Давай про сни.
Frank doesn't know dream. Frank calls them visions. And yes, Frank had one not long ago. Alone, surrounded by wolves. They were no aggressive, so Frank felt no fear. It was they who feared Frank. Then, I caught the scent of blood and followed it. But I did not reach the end. The vision stopped. Now, Frank waits for the next one, to see what's ahead.
Це не звідси.
I'm not from anywhere. Frank is attached to nowhere. I found a home with Dugald. I owe him a life debt.
Ти Далріаль.
Frank was never a dull reader. Not without a name. Without a name, you are nobody in the tribe. Like me. And if that lasts too long, you must leave. I left and became Frank. Frank. A name. And not a name.
Так що сталося?
Nothing happened to Frank. A stray taken in by a miller. That's all.
А хотілося тебе бути далріанцем?
Frank cannot be a dull riada. His mother was. But the tribe decided that he was not worthy of a name. That is why he is not of the tribes.
А знаєш когось на ім'я Конкур?
Conquer. Wolf. Strong. Important name. Not seen in the south for a long time. Must be dead.
Що думаєш про роги півдня?
A place without a leader. As I see it, it will finally fall apart. One way or another. There are no tales about a place that survived without a strong leadership. And it's not about kings, nobleshites, or chieftains. Titles are just words that pull the wool over a man's eyes. What's needed is a strong soul with a strong name. And their names mean as much as Frang's, which is to say, nothing.
А якщо до людей, з якими ти прийшов?
Now they're a bit like Frang, strays with no home. But Reese is strong, despite what happened with Cole. Ellis, he's funny. I like him. Rawson, I know nothing about her. And Dugald, a man who became Frank's father. He has my gratitude.
А що до людей, які живуть тут?
Don't bother.
Бачив гранатілів?
Frank never met the keepers, but the unnamed boy did. Once, a few of them, many years ago, we fought. The unnamed boy survived even though he showed fear. Shouldn't do that.
А чому він бився з гранатілями?
The keepers approached the camp of the boy's people. But that past does not belong to Frang. I'm Frang.
Nothing changes. Nothing ever will.
Bloody hell, look at this! The whole place is in a shambles. Bunch of decrepit old coots. They do nothing but shuffle around, stare at walls, and sleep under leaking roofs. Can't even hammer a nail properly. I'm telling you, if I was still working here, this place wouldn't be falling apart. But I'm not. Oh, shite. I can't even stand to look at it, let alone live here. And who are you? What you want? You another one of Durar's freeloaders?
Мене якась дарахи прислав.
I bloody knew it. Retirement my arse. It's shit. Never a moment of peace. At least when I was still working, there was always something to do. Now, So, what you want?
Тривай ліки.
One day my boy got it into his stupid head that old Gaban is ill. Bullshit! They're all telling me I should do something about it, or else I'm done for. I'll be dead as a doornail in no time. Ha! Like hell I will. I'm still here, ain't I? I've served my time. I've lived me life. And now you can all kiss my ass. So there.
Так собі виглядаєш, може ти так і вип'єш?
Peace and quiet. Good one. I'll only have my peace and quiet when I'm finally dead. And that ain't gonna happen soon. At least when I'm with Finley, I don't need to listen to his nagging. Listen, they wanted Heber, that healer from the keep, to come here. He did. They wanted him to look me over. He did. Then he just threw up his hands, mumbled something to himself, and that was it. Hell, I should have been an healer. Wouldn't mind going around being a pain in everyone's arse for a living. These herbs. No idea what they're for. Heber said he doesn't know what's wrong with me, so there's no illness. I'm fit as a fiddle. Good thing that at least the one guy who hangs around, Finley's the name. Doesn't nag me all the time.
Дара хотів тебе привітати, але він без перепуски. Він за тебе трошки так переживає.
Yeah, right. He'd better focus on his job.
Ілля за тобою доглядає?
What's got you so nosy? Pour me a drink and I might open up.
Ну, поїхали.
So, what was your question?
Так Філіт за тобою доглядає?
Hold on. Finley is not my caregiver. He's my helper at most. Hey, first of all, I'm not a cripple who needs a decrepit dimwit running round after me. Secondly, do you know the problem with having a helper who's mute? He doesn't bloody talk. I mean, it's not all bad. At least I don't have to listen to even more bullshit. He puffs up like a marshmallow every time he tries to say something. But I don't understand shit.
Це ж виходить тебе у батька?
Why all the poking around? Get me something to drink and we'll talk.
Тримай.
So, what was your question?
Та ж виходить, ти батько Дарага.
That's what he says anyway. But yeah, he's my blood. Eager like me, and look at that bulbous nose. Won't disown what's clearly mine. But I ain't gonna talk with a stranger.
Батько, син разом урага півдня. Це рідкість, я так розумію.
It's like half the blighters here don't have working peckers. Or they've never even touched a woman.
А скажи про свою службу.
Oh, so many questions. How about a drink first, and then we'll talk?
Та без В.
So, what was your question? You see, back in the day, being a keeper was a serious business. Now, don't even get me started. You used to come here with a mission, not to run away from your bloody mother. Nowadays, lads get brought here by their own kin when they've had enough of them, or they think the Orns can hide them from the law. No, back in my day there was none of this scum. I came here to serve. My girl cried when I left her, but I've always known this is where I wanted to be. How was I supposed to know she had a bloody bun in the oven? By the time the wean was born, I was already planning the lighthouse's construction. Heck knows what he came here for. That's not my problem anymore, and I don't stick my nose in anyone else's business. What's with all the questions? Get me a drink and maybe I'll consider talking. So, what was your question? I'm starting to like you, stranger. And trust me, it's been a long time since I liked, well, anybody. I liked me brothers in arms back in my glory days. Good lads, every damn one of them. Tough as nails, loyal to a fault. A kind of men you'd want beside you in the darkest holes of Avalon. But they're gone now, all of them. The old captain got it in his head to send us down to rediscover some mouldy tunnels under the keep. Damn fool mission that was. We went in together, but I was the only one to come back out. I can still see all their faces when I close my eyes. A hard loss it was, but I'm still here. Though some days I wonder why. Getting a bit too interested, aren't you? Bring a drink over, and I might share. So, what was your question?
А,
Those tunnels, right. Well, me and the lads went down there to check if we could repurpose them under the horns. Damn fool mission that was. But here wasn't just some empty caves. There were monsters, straight out of Age of Legends. Sick stuff. Stuff to get under your skin. Looked like... Ah, hell, memory's all twisted up now. Like a bloody nightmare mixed with shadows that don't belong. Want to know more? Speak with Fergus. He's in charge of this shit show now. Now, I propose a toast to those lost souls. This one's on me.
а,
Peace, you say? Problem is, sometimes I think they never died. They haunt me in my dreams, you know? Bloody bastards. I swear I wanted to go back and retrieve their bodies. But our late captain, make Grindelows piss on his grave, forbade me from going back. Though when I drink, I usually pass out, and then I don't remember my dreams. So, I drink. Ah, my brothers deserved better.
Beer from Kunacht, wine from Farshire, moonshine, only local, the best there is. And fish, lots and lots of fish. What's your poison?
Не так давно один із охоронців залишав тут документи.
No, I don't recall anything like that.
Він сказав, що залишив тут, коли випив останній кухонь.
No, listen. I don't know what's going on, but I doubt any of the keepers had anything important on them. Half of them couldn't tell the quartermaster's seal from a pile of horse dung someone stepped on. But that means... No. Impossible. What if... Holy moonshine! I remember! Sigibald! It was Sigibald who left those documents behind. I've no idea how you found out about it. Sigi. He's dead. Taken by a fever. Aye, of course I have. I didn't just throw them in some cabinet. I was afraid they'd fall into the wrong hands. He was a good man. I wouldn't get rid of my only memento of him. Here, after what you said, I assume you'll make good use of them. Even though I'm still not sure what to think about it. Things are getting weirder and weirder in our beloved Avalone. Well, he died like he lived, with a tankard in his hand. The boys always said Sigi was a friend worth 5 others. And he was. He was a prankster like no other. Once, he slipped a rotten egg into the quartermaster's dinner. Never a dull moment with him, that's for sure. No problem. Listen. If by some miracle you really talked with Sigibald, please, give him my warm regards. I don't understand anything anymore. You mean the old pier? Well, first of all, it's not that old. Brennan was already the captain when it was built. Why is it called that? Don't know. Probably because of all those old folks around. A lot has been happening here lately. Plenty of new faces, I definitely can't complain. I'm finally running a proper tavern. People come and go and the regulars drink as usual, as it should be. Daddy will be proud. Aye, not here, obviously. You won't see your old man here unless your name's Dara. Mine sent me here because he hoped I'd make something out of my life.
You never wanted me to pour a beer and look at the same tired mugs day in, day out, but as it turns out, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Decided I wasn't any good for active service, so he sent me here. I was bored out of my mind, and since there wasn't one here, I decided to start a tavern. At least I'm not as bored anymore.
Що продаєш? Достаточно сантиметров.
Who are you? Another refugee? This place is already crawling with your lot. It's like a Camelosian privy after a feast. In my day, you only saw old familiar faces round here. And maybe we didn't all love each other, but a local is a local. It was easier to share with others, even when you didn't have much.
Що в тебе сталося?
A problem? No. No problem, just rambling to myself. But now that I look at you, sure enough, you don't look like one of them.
Що ж сам ти бухаєш тут?
I don't know. But you could put something on the table, and then maybe we can talk.
Я щось замовив.
Thank you. That's better. We used to come here, the three of us. Me, Berg, and Fenley. But lately, something's gotten into Berg, and it all kinda fell apart. Hell knows what happened. One day he just stopped talking to us. We went to his house to get him, but he only cursed a blue streak at us. Say, mate, do you feel like talking to an old obla? I feel bad for him, but I've got no more patience. And Finley. Let's just say Finley's no good at this stuff.
Поговорю з Бергом.
Now you're talking. Ever since he got so maudlin, Berg usually sits alone by the sea. Let me know what's wrong with him.
Madam.
Excuse me, could you get me a clean glass? And I mean clean, not just wiped 3 times with a dirty rag.
Хто ти? Перепрошую.
My name is Alyssa Murray, and I'm here with my husband, a very important cloth merchant. But surely you must have heard about our family. Not to brag, but we are rather prominent. I am famed amongst Camelot's courtiers for throwing the most magnificent feasts.
Цікаво тебе, сукня.
Thank you. I designed it myself. I wanted to blend in with the people of the South. The savage tribes, the brave lightkeepers. I wanted to make an homage to them with my new style, and I do believe I've succeeded. I can feel everyone here gazing at me with awe.
Безглуздий вигляд, ти серйозно маєш?
I'm sorry, but I don't take fashion advice from people wearing rags.
Що ти тут робиш?
Well, my Duncan is here on business, of course. A very important contract with the Lightkeepers. I decided to accompany him because I have never been to the South, and I've heard so much about its wild, untamed beauty. So far, it's turned out to be terribly dull. And the smell! It's like stale fish. and sweat. Hopefully I don't have to suffer it much longer. Pray, tell me, do you know anyone here who would run a small errand for me?
Важно тебе слухати.
Oh, nothing major. You see, I've had my eye on this beautiful abandoned estate overlooking the sea. It's not very far from here, but it's far enough away from all this rabble. If we stay here for a while, I need a place for myself. You understand that, right? No offense, but I can't keep living in a filthy room at an inn. When I asked the innkeeper to draw me a bath, he brought me a bucket. A bucket! Can you imagine?
Давай до справи.
Fine. The problem is that the manor appears to have some occupants, not legal ones, mind you, who need to be evicted. Forcibly, if there's no other way. You'll do it for me, won't you, dear? Splendid. I can't wait to start decorating. Maybe something nautical, to go with the sound of the waves crashing on the cliffs? Or do you think that's a trifle trite?
Окей.
Hello, child. You look competent enough. I can see that you're not of noble blood. Oh, no need to tell me that. I've tutored the children of aristocrats from all over Avalon. Fortunately for you, my opinion of them is not particularly high. Oh, and you don't look like one of the locals. Are you a visitor? Or an adventurer?
Тобі мо щось треба?
You can talk. Now, I'm sure we'll get along. My name is Lady Elaine. I oversee the Farshire Library, the greatest collection of books in this part of Avalon.
Добре, не познаю. Ти що ти тут робиш?
Oh, biding my time, until a brave adventurer with a death wish comes along and asks if there's anything they can help me with.
Скажи просто, що потрібно.
Oh, surprising. I'm looking for someone who will help me find a certain artifact. So, are you interested, child?
Чого б ні?
In one of my books, I found a reference to a certain object, a figure most likely, which had the ability to dispel the worriedness like a min-hair can. Apparently, it can be found on the ship called Andraste, which sank over a... The Last Voyage of the Andraste by Elvis the Lightkeeper. He was one of the more notable keepers. In his waning years, he became an... You can read, can't you? But just be very careful. This is a very rare publication. Read it very carefully, and after you're done, come to me, and I'll tell you more. A deal?
Добре, почитаю.
And they say young people don't want to learn anything. Come on, chop, 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 get to reading.
О.
And? Have you read The Last Voyage of the Andraste?
Ага.
Oh, splendid, splendid. Oh, it's an excellent book, don't you think? Now, let's test your reading comprehension. According to Elvis the Lightkeeper, in the mine near the Horns of the South, they found something that they took with them on the ship. Do you remember what that was, child?
Це була фігурка предтечі.
That's right. This is the artifact I'm looking for. One that might be vital to repelling the wordness. According to Elvis's description, the figure is smaller than a menhir, and light enough that they were able to carry it to the ship without any trouble. Were it small, it would probably have been placed in Captain Lex's quarters instead of in the hold. I've estimated it should be about 1 meter tall. Good. Next question. What was the Andraste's destination?
Трохи півдня.
And you're telling me you've read it. By, come back. Have you? Good.
Камелот.
Come. Have. Good. What?
Це не при...
Correct. Be very careful with what I'm about to tell you. But some believe that the Red Priests are dedicated to studying the wordness instead of the Red Death. Captain Lex must have thought they'd pay him generously for a four-dweller artifact. Last question. What sank the Andraste?
Морське чудовисько.
Yes, you did well, child. I can see that you were paying attention. According to Elvis, the Andraste was sunk by the legendary terror from the deep. But if you want to know more, ask your keeper friends. They should be much better informed. Now, all you need to do is find the wreck of the Andraste and retrieve the mysterious figure.
Де він тонув?
Oh, if only I knew. It must have happened somewhere on the way between the Horns of the South and the Island Asylum. Oh, but where exactly? Fortunately, I know something that could help us. In the Horns of the South Museum, there are some extremely interesting books and documents lying around and collecting dust. Can you imagine having such treasures at hand and choosing to completely ignore them? Oh, barbarians! Among them, you'll find the Andraste's logbook, which was saved by Alf. Sure, such a competent child as yourself will handle it much better. Go to the Horns of the South Museum, read the logbook, and then tell me whether you managed to locate the wreck of the Andraste.
Ух. Багато, я не буду.
Always good to have a little rest. You're back! Hi!
Орён нахрен.
You're back! Hi!
Я вам ці папери тримаю, значні трусів не виникло.
I told you, Ron is a good guy. And here's a little something for you. You know I pay well.
Рон був трохи спантеличений.
Yes? Oh, what's the matter, my friend?
Взагалі-то типове.
You're really good at this today. Wait. Oh. Oh, you're serious. I understand. For so many years, I've been afraid to open this letter. But it looks like I needed to read it. Well, it is what it is, right? And I've been wondering why no one wants to talk to me. I thought to myself, are they mad at me or what? But why are you talking to me? How can you see me?
Самому би знати.
Anyway, may the All-Mother bless your path. See you next time.
Оце я розумію, людина працює навіть після смерті привів їх на напис. Є на щось подивитись?
Not exactly. You've already been to Ron's tavern, so you've seen one. But since we're mates now, I suppose I can tell you about something. Listen closely. A few of us had a little gambling ring. Not to brag, but I was quite good at it. The winnings aren't much use to me anymore, so if you're interested, I'll tell you where I stashed them. Here. Just mind the waves.
З ким ти ще грав?
Ern, Armand, and Richt. Haven't seen them in a long while, so I've no clue what they're up to now. But I'd wager they've got their own stashes hidden somewhere too. Cunning bastards.
Подобалося тобі жити Тарасом Бахамітом?
Oh, yes. Great place, great people. And before I became a keeper, let me put it this way. I've done a lot more for a lot less. Here, you can always have a meal and some kind of shelter above your head. And that's something, isn't it? Sure, you can make more gold as a leader, but that comes with much more responsibility, my friend. Go on then. Fortune favors the bold. Or so they say.
Що до тонелів колишнього капітана?
Captain Hagen. Well, he was a man driven by pride and a certain disregard for caution. He sent men to explore those old tunnels beneath the keep. Somehow, he got it into his head that there was something valuable down in those tunnels. Treasures, relics, who knows what else. But the truth is, we know what was there. In the age of legends, it was just a hospital. There was some kind of outbreak or plague, and the place was sealed off. Nothing left to find, or so the records say.
А поховати їх?
Yes, it weighs on me more than I'd care to admit. If I could, I'd see them laid to rest. But no captains ever bothered. It seems they thought it was a fool's errand. Maybe not worth the risk.
Я міг спуститись.
If you're mad enough to try, then by all means go ahead. Just don't expect any keeper to follow you. I really don't have men to spare. But maybe it's time to make it right. So, thank you, I suppose.
Ви хоч на які пробування.
I like it when things are quiet.
Що? Знаємо. Ну, тут хтось ще факели запалює. Є живі люди давно. Далі ще. Ви? Сришка. Ну, давай. О. Твою. Оп, ушиной. Якби не вставити. Ай, вставай. Перед ним нічого. У мене все велике. Бля. Старимся. А куди в мене мана дівається? Ти це прикол, дійсний пакет мана. Пяу! Зникла. Очки свої перебрав. дороги. Далі водра. Оп, потушили. Ладно. Що вона? Я не сподіваюся, я не підбув. А, это... Ну и ладно. Цікаво. Напевно, ідеальні умови для того, щоб зберігати їжу. Це хропи. Ау. Да. Даже... У мене перевага по статті. Ау. Тому і буває. Вже готовий. Він вже не встане. О. Гарно лікували. Стоп. Правильно. Асфію. Оці по углам забились, не буду їм заважати. Іменно сопля. Не хочу бути тут. А не у вас тут шторки. Блин. Чисто. Таке враження, що це в нього не язик, а одна істота натягнула іншу істоту. Це такий паразит. Не ігноруй блок, не вистачає мені поки що витривалості. Да, на цьому ще треба більше витривалості. Є це здається, що вибувати. Нернув. Так. Мгм. Ой. Тобі треба.
Ah, you're back! How's the remedy?
Давай.
Thank you! Ah, I'll finally be able to eat something. Here, take this as my thanks for your help.
Нет. А ось.
You need something.
Я поможу, брат, я беру. Что больше? Та не небезпечно.
You actually did it? Cleared out those tunnels on your own? Every captain before me thought it was a fool's errand, not worth the risk. And how are those tunnels? Salvageable?
Стаб не кепські, але чудовиськ більше немає.
Aye, that it does. Camelot won't be eager to finance the repairs, but knowing the threat's been dealt with is a victory in itself. Perhaps someday we'll see them restored. Until then, we can at least rest easier. So the keep owes you for this. Here's your reward. And what about Goban's friends? Did you find any trace of them?
Ось то жетони.
Give those to Goban, if you haven't yet. He's restless, but maybe seeing those again will help settle him. Might even help him get his act together.
Ого. Але вже треба більше сили. Кристал нехай буде. На секунду.
You went down there and came back with their tags. Damn. Didn't think anyone would ever. Or so I'd like to think. They deserve better than to be left in that pit. You did right by them, stranger. Hell, you did right by me too. So, let's drink to that.
Краще б ти чимось іншим займався, то бухаєш і бухай.
Why the hell would I do that? I want to celebrate. You can't celebrate with seawater and fish, you dummy.
Ти ж через почуття провини б'єш.
Did I? I don't remember. And if I don't remember, it doesn't count. But maybe I did say that. I started cozying up to a bottle the day I came back alone from those damn tunnels. I guess it's time I made good on my word. For them. For me. This old fool is done with the booze. I think I owe you. More than I got words for. The guts to go down there, and you brought back what I couldn't. That's something I won't forget, stranger.
Рівень. Не вистачає. Сейчас. Здорово. Знал Сиола особисто?
Seawall. He was the first to set foot on Avalon, not me. He decided that if anything were to attack us in this strange land, he would shield me and take the first blow himself. I remember loyalty. A fierce, unwavering loyalty. To me and to Avalon. He must have been someone I trusted deeply. Perhaps as we move forward, more memories of him will come back to me. For now, I only hope his loyalty wasn't in vain.
А що там з приводу Екскалібури?
It's more than a sword. It's a promise. A blade that stands for unity, for strength, and for hope. It wasn't just mine. It belonged to Avalon. Every swing, every battle was fought for the land and its people. But Excalibur is also a burden. It demands more than just skill. It demands purpose. Without that, then it is just steel.
Якими були роги півдня той часи?
Ah, the horns of the south. The crown jewel of these lands. We had barely laid the foundations of Tintagel when Seawall and his men had already built a lighthouse, eager to guide our ships to them. He always had a competitive spirit. Of course, it helped that he took every sailor from the homelands with him, along with a handful of knights, so they could learn from one another. And thus, the Keepers of the South were formed. I decreed that every sworn keeper would stand as an equal to a Knight of the Round Table. I doubt they still honor that law. But I am glad to see the keepers grown. In my time, there was only a lighthouse and barracks.
Прикольно. По области характики. Спробуємо цього. Здрасте. Або пройтися околиці. Ага. Только вводить. Я нічого з собою нема. Ці хлопці задоволені щось. Задодити. Ай. Ще. Виходить, що тепер у мене... Середній клас броні і захвачує силу прокачав. Блін, проблема з цими класами я не можу. Тож як? Треба мати певний привіз, щоб броня вважалася типу важкою. А так вона й не легка, і не середня, що з цим поробиш нічого. Можна лише понизити свою вагу, а не повисити. Збільшити... Так. Здорово. І вибухають у будь-якому разі. Близько не підходить. Солодощі. Солодощі, кстати, гриби. Заліземо. Поки що не буде. Краси. О, первый. Ты его побалдел, камуш. Хренаси. Стоит. Шуразину. Блін. Пробирати стелу. Солі. Ищ. Ро. Подружжя, напевно. Це дозволяло подружжям. Текстурка трохи плохо. Мало чого там є цінного, але завжди приємно це відкрити. Давай п'явся. Ну-ка, як домалюю. просто показати. А так собі це виглядає. Дірвало ціле. Що ти зробиш проти диктатури? Ір попадеш. Блин. Лучника, напевно, напялити не можу. Стіна вистачає. Ні, ну я і напялити можу, але не буду фокуси. Тише то. Окей, приїхали. О, це судьба. Yes. Будьте літератури. Ай, ой-ой. Марна ніч. Іди де. По-моему. Здорово, хлопці. Ай, бля. Пробувала похилитись. А надто себе повірив. Прекрасні світи, наскільки це можливо. Ой, я впав. Вони швидко закінчились. Ай. Да. Тут не хлопці. Блін, тобі не вистачило, ти розумієш? Так, давайте 1 на 1. О! Я ні. О, знову важкий. От іде. Пив. Тримайся! Тримайся! Тримався. Це найважче. Це кімнату зайти. Тебе мало. Оп, оп. Оп. Не видумую. Оп. Таке ранізмо. Є. Сили трошки прокачу. Хата повна харі, не дивлячись на те, що велика. Пам'ятати.
Oh, there you are! Look, darling, it's the lovely mercenary I hired to clear out that seaside estate I told you about.
You did what?
Well, you told me to deal with it, so I did. You didn't expect me to just sit on my hands while surrounded by unwashed fishermen, did you?
Look, I'm sorry about my wife. Whatever she told you to do, forget about it. I'll pay you for your trouble.
Дуже наполягала.
Trust me, I can imagine. Unfortunately, she often gets lost in her enthusiasm. We weren't, at least I wasn't planning on staying here any longer than necessary. We have no need for an estate.
Well, that's your opinion. One I simply do not share.
Ну, я зробив те, що мені доручили.
You have? Oh, that's wonderful. I can start planning the welcoming banquet. I'm thinking seafoam made of spun silver, Dancers dressed as alluring sea creatures.
And who are you going? Your friends from Camelot are going to come all this way just to have dinner, are they?
Dear gods, Duncan. You're so plebeian. Of course they will come. Besides, there must be some important people here. Weren't you just talking with them? You can invite them too.
Good luck with that. Are you sure that place is safe now?
Наскільки безпечно взагалі на півдні?
That doesn't exactly build confidence.
Oh, nonsense, Duncan. Why must you always be so malcontent? Try looking on the bright side every once in a while, will you? I, for one, am simply ecstatic to start decorating our new nest. Trust me, when it comes to home decor, my tastes are unparalleled. Now, Duncan, please be a dear and pay the nice mercenary so we can be on our way to our new residence.
Oh, joy. Here's your money. Have a nice day. At least one of us will.
Oh, and do come visit us once we're all settled. I wouldn't mind some company amidst all this dreariness. Truly, there's so little to do here in terms of proper entertainment.
1000, дякую за 1000. Я напряму